Hi, this is the 8th part of the series What is a Genetic Shift? The pale desert Arabs are claiming a reward of 72 virgins in heaven for their heinous actions. Amunafiqa, the hypocrite, was the name given to those coverers of truth during your noble servant Ahmed's time, who outwardly professed to have faith in his mission, and they secretly denied. Those who dwell in his holy land Mecca today do not have faith. They are the biggest hypocrites, as was revealed to Ahmed el-Qarun, the Quran, in the 6th degree, the 5th verse, and it states, "So indeed they, the desert Arabs, denied the facts beyond the shadow of a doubt, the scriptures and the tablets, when it came to them. So there shall come unto them the tidings of what they made a mockery about. When you came to them with clear proofs of all the scriptures and the religion of Abraham, they made a mockery of the Israelite portion of the scriptures and exalted the Ishmaelite portion." And again, unquote. And again, El-Qarun, the Quran, 9th degree, 97th and 98th verses, it states, "The desert Arabs are the most severe concealers of the fact, the most hypocritical, the worst. They don't know the limits of what was sent down by the source El-Ilu upon his Rasulat, one sent Muhammad. And the source El-Ilu is the Noah, the wise. And from the Arabs of the desert, the red Arabs, who take what they share willingly as a lost regret, and they wait for all to be afflicted, but the affliction will be upon them and the evil. El-Ilu, the source, is the hearer, the all-knowing, unquote. It makes it clear that the desert Arabs who are working with the Illuminati are hypocrites. It is again in El-Qarun, the Quran, 9th degree, 99th and 100th verse. It makes clear that the Nuwabian Arabs are those who have faith. It states, and the Arabs, Nuwabian Arabs, there are those who have faith in the source El-Ilu and the last day, and they take those offerings which they share willingly in El-Ilu's presence and the salutations of the one sent Muhammad, except surely it is an offering for them, and the source will cause them to enter in his yielding mercy. Surely the source El-Ilu is forgiving, most merciful, unquote. They, the desert Arabs, were the intents of the chapter of the hypocrite. Reference Holy Tablets, chapter 6, tablet 15, verse 268. In the Holy Quran, chapter 56, El-Waqiyah, the great event, it tells you who will be taken to the heavens. It states, when El-Waqiyah, the great event, the last day comes to pass, there is no denying it is coming to pass, abasing one party, the jinns, the cherubims, and his followers, exalting the others, the elite few of the 144,000 and their chosen. When the planet Earth, Ard, Tiamat, shall be shaken with a rujah, severe shaking, earthquake, and the Jibal, mountains, shall be made to crumble with an awful crumbling, so that they shall be scattered, haba, dust, and you shall be 3 azwaj, mates, 3 sorts. The elite few of the 144,000, the true followers of the Mahdi, the Messiah, the Mujaddid reformer Malachi Ziyok, those who followed Satan, the reptilian. Then, as to the companions of Ashab of the right hand, the followers of the Mahdi, the Mujaddid reformer, and the Messiah who followed Abraham's rights, what is companions of the right hand? How happy are they? And as to the companions of Al-Mash'ama, the left hand, those who follow Satan the reptilian, those who turned away to follow Satan, the sons of Canaan, and many sects, what is the companions of the left hand? How wretched are they? And the foremost are the foremost, the elite few of the 144,000, the chosen ones, which will also be all the news bearers and apostles, unquote. I teach that the 315 apostles were people sent to explain the scriptures. A person can be a prophet apostle or an apostle prophet. They are prophets sent which are not mentioned by name in the Quran or Bible, 124,000 in number, and there are certain books that are not mentioned by name in the Quran and are referred to as the books of the prophets, as Holy Quran 2:136. Thus in ancient India and ancient Egypt, to name a few, there are manuscripts that are similar to the Torah and the Quran. I teach that these are from Anu Alun El, also as Holy Quran 544 and 3965, taken from 360 questions to ask the Orthodox Sunni Muslims, page 586. So, counting: 23 elders, 600 crew members, 124,000 prophets, news bearers, and 315 apostles, ones sent. That equals 124,938. That leaves room for approximately 19,000 followers. When you factor in the many followers of the Messiah Yeshua gained in his vast travels to different parts of the world teaching, then there are the Ansars of the Mahdi of Jazir Abba Island, Sudan, 1945 to 1985. Some right reasoning will tell you that there is probably not a whole lot of seats left, and we should not be too complacent to show off ourselves. These were all pious, devoted, praying followers, so likewise we should be even more so. In the Holy Tablet, chapter 1, verse 542, it states, Nibiru is manned by 144,000 crew members, headed by 24 elite beings called Yahwehans, 12 Yah agreeable and 12 Weh disagreeable, that stood 7 feet tall. Each of the 24 elders is appointed for overseeing the planet Earth, which is moving from the 3rd density into the 4th density in these days. This is why there is so much turmoil. Density is defined by matter traveling towards its own center. The planes are merely vibrational rates of energy moving in all directions. Densities are within the planes. So these 24 elders were sent as guardians of light, or the keepers of the secret. The elders were chosen to guard earth for the time of one earth day, which equals 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 6 seconds, or 24 hours. This is also based on the equinox, which happens every 24,000 years, lined by 4 cycles to sun and to moon, each of 6,000 years. The 23 elders are Anunnaki that came down from heaven to give man wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. The circle of the secret seat of council has schools of learning here on earth that have existed from the beginning of time. They were high priests after the order of Melchizedek. They initiated the math and the sciences that the Canaanite Caucasian beast man is still trying to understand. The theory of relativity, the basic law of physics that is still a mystery to the beast man, was initiated by the elders. To give man the necessary knowledge, the 23 elders established mystery schools. These schools were housed in the pyramids and certain temples designed and built by them. in different parts of the world. These Anunnaki or super beings, El Jabbar Bira, as they were called by the people, were responsible for keeping the universe in order. They therefore constructed spacecrafts, flying saucers, UFOs, as a means of transportation here on Earth. This was the vehicle that Ezekiel saw as stated in the Old Testament. Some of the sites of the mystery schools are Egypt, Tibet, Persia, India, Mu, Greece, Mexico, Esther Island, Thailand, Sudan, Ethiopia, Italy, Western Asia, and Pakistan. In each of these places, the culture of the people reflected knowledge of spiritual beings or gods who possessed powers that far surpassed the comprehension of mortals, unquote. Now these are the elite few of the 144,000. Do you understand? Speaking. Your Bible and Quran are spellbinding books in English, Spanish, and French, but in the original language, they are Egyptians' history books. The original Yahweh were called Ansaru Allah, God's helpers. They helped in all things and became known also as the we, the us, the they, the gods, the Allahs, the gods, the Allahs, taken from the Luciferian conspiracy, page 35. So, 600 Anunnaki crew members had come to Earth from out there by ships of 50 passenger ships out of the mothership called Nibiru. So now we have two separate societies of Anunnaki on Tiamat, planet Earth. The Democrats, who have become Tafugubut, agreeable, and the Republicans, who have become Ra'abut, disagreeable. Now, these were the original Democrats and Republicans from the 8th planet Rizqa of the 19th galaxy Ilion, and are not to be confused with these signifying Nephilims, fallen angels of today, who are using the same titles. On page 38 of the Luciferian conspiracy, it warns, do not fall into the delicacies of Lucifer and his host. Those of you who are faithful must reject him and his companions. Today, his system is broken up into two wings of the fallen angels right here on Earth, where they live as normal people. The Republican left wing and the Democratic Party right wing, both in the same ego. Revelation 12:14, unquote. Are you listening, people? These cherubim, or disagreeable Elohim gods who followed Iblis, were known by several other Aramaic Hebrew titles, such as Jiborim, meaning to be strong to prevail, Genesis 6:4. Anaim, meaning long-necked evil angel, Anakim, Deuteronomy 1:28. Raphaim, meaning a giant, 2 Samuel 5:18. Emins, meaning terrors, meaning terrors, Genesis 14:5. Zamzumim, Zamzum, meaning prominent from the word Ziz, the root word Ziz, meaning to be conspicuous, fullness, flutters of the breast, also a moving creature, abundance, and wild beast, Deuteronomy 2:20. These were titles describing beings of great spirituality or those possessed of much evil. Nephilims is another name for mental giants. The word Nephilim takes its root from the Aramaic Hebrew, meaning low. The Nephilim stood for giants of primeval times, also for fallen angels or their offsprings. The word Nephilim in the Ashuric, Syriac, comes from the word Nephilah, meaning to fall, to lie, to be cast down. The Nephilim are also called the giants of the earth, Genesis 6:4, who had disagreeable inclinations. Reference, are their black devils. Page 216 through 218. So, there is no such thing as coincidence, people. Just listen to some of the names of these fallen angels taken from the Revised. Scroll 221, the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verses 1 through 24. Copyright 1979. Listening people, 1979. 37 years ago, on page 102. The 20th name is Alexander. The 80th name is Hitler. The 122nd name is Leviathan. The 135th name is Mephistopheles. The 158th name is Samael. The 172nd name is Satrina. The 184th name is Olivier. The 188th name is Uraka Barmaya. Let me say it again. The 188th name is Uraka Barmai. Uraka Barmai. And the 194th name is War. Since 1979, this was written for you skeptics. Think, people, think. The angel taught us you can give a fool learning, but you can't make him think. You can lead an ass to the water, but you can't make him drink. So continuing with the Holy Quran, chapter 56, these are they who are drawn near, the news bearers, the apostles once sent, the Mahdi, the Mujaddid, reformer, the Messiah, the Messiah, and the elite few of the 144,000 into Naim, gentle Jannah gardens, and a few from among the latter, the 24 elders, who are the Denir who sit around the throne, but were on earth, on decorated surur couches, reclining on them, mutaqabbilin, facing each other, sitting in a circle around the throne. Round about them shall go wildan, youths, never altering in age, the elite few of the 144,000 Ethereans with akwab, goblets. There will be goblets in the garden, physical. And the cup, there will be cups in the garden, physical, of fresh source of water. They shall not yusaddaun, be affected with a headache, thereby nor shall yunzifun, they get exhausted. And the fakihat, fruits of that which they choose, there will be fruits in the garden, physical. And the lahmu, flesh of the tayr, fowls, as such as they yashtahun, they desire, all things of the planet earth. And hur, mates, having such pure white eyes, that the pupils are dark black, resembling the hidden lulu, pearls, a reward for that which they used to do. They shall not hear in it vain or disagreeable discourse within the enclosed garden of the light, except the saying, Salam, peace, Salam, peace. And the ashab, the companions of the right hand, the followers of the Mahdi, the Mujaddid Reformer, Dr. Malachi York, and the Messiah, who follow the rights of Abraham. What is the companions of the right hand? How happy are they? Amid Sidr Mahzud, thornless low trees, and Tah, banana trees, one above the other, all things of the planet Earth, an extended Zil shade, and water Maksub flowing constantly, an abundant Fakihah fruits, all things of planet Earth, neither intercepted nor prohibited, and Marfu'a, exalted Furush thrones. Surely we have made them and Shah grow into a new Insha growth, born again pure. Then we have made them Akbar, virgins, all are returned to purity. Loving, Atrab, equal in age, all are age 19. For the sake of the companions of the right hand, the followers of the Mahdi, the Mujaddid Reformer, Dr. Malachi York, and the Messiah, who follow Abraham's religion, rights or religion. As-Salah, a numerous company from amongst Al-Awwalin, the first, the Anunnaki, and a numerous company from amongst Al-Akhirin, the last, the 24 elders who sit around the throne but were on earth. These are the ones to be taken into heaven. All Nubians, all Ansarullah, do you follow? Okay, so Holy Tablets, chapter 11, tablet 3, verses 108 through 114 states, there is not one of them who did not ask to come here. For it is said, I did not ask to be born, when indeed each body that was one soul, when asked in the spiritual plane, do you prefer to be a servant without will in the midst of us, or rule your own will in the midst of them? They answered, rule myself. Thus they were born, unquote. The Els Holy Quran speaking, the Els Holy Quran was your final test that will teach you about your intergalactic traveling. That's how you got here. That's why Els Holy Quran say we sent you down to earth. They didn't teach Muslims that when there is a turmoil in the garden, in heaven, that we cast you down, to earth in Els Holy Quran. From where? The angels came down from where? From floating around in the sky? No, they were sent down from the sky to a place called Earth, the blue planet. They sent you down from other galaxies. When you violated intergalactic law, you were cast down here like prison. You all are wayward, as you call it. I don't know a better word for it. You all are assigned to a prison. Earth is a prison you all are in. And you all are people who rebelled, who listened to Satan, as you call him, who is Azazel, then, or Tanush. And you have been assigned to earth until you overcome that, until you turn and give your total reverence to who? Allah, the Most High, Anu. But you incorporate in that, even that. When you say who, you have to say God. Allah, God. You keep interjecting. You personified him and said he was Master Farad Muhammad, or he was Yahweh ben Yahweh. You always have to do something rather than just serve the omnipotent source of the Yah Inlalites and the Way Inkiats that's inside of you, the essence of life. So now you have been assigned to this prison until, which is called Ardut, the blue rock earth, until you are, what they say, born again. And born again of what do they say? Of the body or the spirit? Yes, of the spirit. You all must be born again of the Spirit. You must be transformed from being this mortal being who is destined to die back into immortality. You follow? You must become supreme being again in order to be worthy of intergalactic travel again. Unquote. Now do you understand? Muhammad was the last of the 12 disciples of the order of Melchizedek. Each of these 12 disciples had some mystical purpose on earth. Adafa, Idris, Enoch. The Anunnaki took Adafa, Enoch, and he walked with the Anunnaki. Genesis 5:4. Jethro, Moses was taught by Jethro, his father-in-law, for a period of 40 years in preparation for the job as prophet to the Israelites. Exodus 18:9-12. Job. The Anunnaki tried Job with the devil. Job 1:6-12. Solomon prayed for wisdom and it was given to him. 1 Kings 3:4-9. Isaiah, he received word of the New Jerusalem and the Messiah. Isaiah 52:1-2. Jeremiah, he was alone amongst or against the Israelites after the transgression. Jeremiah 1:4-10. Ezekiel, he saw the elders in flight. Ezekiel 1:4-12. Daniel, he interpreted dreams. He interpreted the writing on the wall. Daniel 5:12. Joel, he was told of the end of the world prophecy as spoken in Revelation of Yeshua Jesus. Joel 2:29-32. Jonah, he stayed in the belly of the whale, a craft, for 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah 1:1-2-17. Elijah and John the Baptist are one and the same in spirit, not body. Matthew 1:13-17. Muhammad, in the ascension of Mustafa Muhammad al-Amin, he took his entire body, soul and spirit from Mecca to visit the sacred land of Jerusalem and passed through a time tunnel to see the sacred masjid of Aqsa before it was built. As a matter of fact, it wasn't built until 99 years later. This event is known throughout the Muslim world as El-Mi'raj, which is where he received the injunction for prayer, Salat. One of the words in the Noble Quran 17:1 that describes this journey is Isra, meaning ascension, a journey upwards called journey by night. On this journey, he was lifted to the 7 heavens or 7 planes, where he was initiated into the spiritual mysteries of the human soul, the secrets of life and death, heaven and earth. Holy Quran 17:11. When Muhammad reached the spiritual plane, he was given a white animal the size of a mule and an ass, and it stretched as far as the eye could see. The name of it was Buraka, a spiritual animal, which was really a small craft. Muhammad not only took his physical body through the heavens, but he transported it from place to place on the material plane. Muhammad ascended in an aircraft with bright lights that shone. Ezekiel 1:13-14. Yes, Prophet Muhammad followed the rites of Abraham and Deen al-Islam, which with the Prophet Muhammad. Thereafter, the Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus, will bring Deen Allah, or Deen Anu Alun Alun El, the close, with the title Nasru Allah, El Holy Quran 2:14. We call ourselves Ansarullah because we consider ourselves the Ansarullah mentioned in Holy Quran 61:14 when they use the word command as Jesus' disciples. We consider ourselves the Hawariyun, Holy Quran 61:14, those gowned in white robes who will raise the 144,000, Revelation 14:1 and Revelation 19:7 and 8. And we will be with the Messiah Jesus on the final day, as Holy Quran 2:14 and 3:55, John 11:25. We are the Nubian Islamic Hebrews for Christ. Pages 586 and 599 of the 360 questions to ask an Orthodox Sunni Muslims. So you cannot raise your vibration using the English language. In the Anglo-Saxon language called English, there are no tones. The albino seed's name comes from the sea Albion. It is the land of the Saxons and the Angelicals, called Brit today. But you can with Nuwabi and Taful. You see, the angel Melchizedek also give us a prayer book together with an audio recording in the language of tones, Nuwaubic. You have the sacred tone of the universe, the Am tone, you're hearing it now, playing in the background as a soundtrack, and the voice of the angel himself is leading you in prayer in the correct tone. All you have to do is to learn the 9 positions and the responses which the congregation are reciting. Thus ends today's video. We hope you have learned something from this video, and we urge you to share this video and to subscribe to the only channel where you will learn true ancient Egyptian mysteries. No more lies, no more guesswork. So share, subscribe, click on the like button below, and see you at the next video.